Yeat is cooked, Bob, Narcissist says. I mean, I feel like that's a little bit biased because of your name, but there might be a little bit of truth in that. And you know, I like Yeat and everything, but I was saying before the album, and then everyone on Twitter was cooking me because I said like the hype wasn't like really all there, because like no one cared about all the album projections on the different wonders of the world, like Big Ben and, you know, in Paris, whatever it was. Like, no, like it just dragged on way too long. Now, he was projected to sell 65 to 75, but then it went down to 60.5K, and that was after the Drake feature came out. So you would think that the projections would at least go up like a little bit higher. Also, we can't forget to mention that he also just dropped he dropped 2 songs the next day after the album dropped, or like 2 days, whatever it is. Now he's doing, like, it comes off a little bit desperate for sales because he's dropping 4 new songs. One of them already leaked, I think, for $4.99, meaning like fans can go buy these 4 songs and it'll count potentially as a project sale. And it's almost like the merch bundles, but a little bit, you know, it's like actual music that people are buying, which I don't know if that many people are buying, because I mean, I even did like a vote in my Instagram caption where I was like, y'all copping this for $5, or are you just gonna listen to the leaks? No way in hell am I, 1, contributing to a group buy, or 2, like buying songs that I can just find online for free. It's just business, bruh. Why would I pay for, like, I get that you want to support your favorite artist, and I don't knock you for that, but there were some people on Twitter who were literally shaming other people like, bro, it's $5, you're broke if you're not putting money down for this. It's like, okay, look, first of all, I'd rather put my $5 down for a Subway $5 foot long, pause. So like, you just can't say that. Just because you want to dick ride Yeat harder than me does not mean that I'm broke. In fact, I feel like people who actually know about money and who got money aren't spending $5 on albums. That's just the way it is. They're like smart. They're like, oh, okay, I already paid $10.99 for Spotify or Apple Music per month, like, and I can get it for free. Shit, I can do that, or I can go on YouTube and listen to it for free, or I can go on SoundCloud and listen for free. But regardless, I don't think it's looking good for Yeat's sales. Like, I'm not talking bad about the album whatsoever, because I thought it was cool. I still do think there was a lot of filler, and Breathe is definitely a banger. I stand on that. I stand on business right there. However, I don't know if there are any other like hits on this album that are gonna go crazy like that song. And without TikTok, I believe Columbia is signed to Sony, which is who he actually dropped the project under this time instead of Interscope. So maybe that's the whole reason that maybe the sales are down, because he's not with Interscope, which arguably is one of the best labels in the world. Like, all the big artists are signed to Interscope. But I'm just saying, you know, everybody thought Yeat was gonna be this massive artist, like surpassing Cardi. He's gonna be the next big thing, and he definitely was, like, out of the new generation. But even the Drake feature could not save the sales. I bet you he went incoming. Pause. I messed up that word, but he came in thinking that he was gonna like people thought he was gonna do 100K. I thought he might even do 100K if he got Future, Drake, Lil Wayne, like all-time goats, you know. But even that couldn't necessarily get him to the 100K mark. So maybe we just gotta adjust our projections a little bit. I feel like the hype died down. A lot of the diehard Yeat fans who got used to just like a bunch of big hits compiled onto a project, this time it was a little bit different. Maybe he was a little bit too in the future. He was in 2093, whereas all the fans were still in 2024. We just wanted hits, whereas he's trying to make soundscapes for us to trip acid to a drug that hasn't even been created yet, because he's a time traveler. So that's my thoughts on it. Zach Bia ruined him. I mean, Zach Bia been with him since the beginning, so can you really say that? Like Zach Bia, I believe, has been working with him since Up To Me. So, and that's like really when he blew up. Now 100K is delusional. Now I saw another thing on Twitter. It was like Yeat had way more hype than Cardi. I hate to always bring Cardi into the equation, but like Yeat and Cardi are compared a lot because they're like big artists nowadays. And they were saying like, there's no way Cardi's even doing 100. And it's like, well, he was #1 trending on YouTube. I don't know if Yeat doing that right now. So I feel like even myself got a little bit ahead of myself in that I thought Yeat with the numbers he was pushing last year and the year before, that he was gonna be competing with, you know, these top tier artists, the big dogs, as Academic says. But I just don't think he's ready just yet. Also, this might be a turning point in his career. Maybe he will, like, maybe that was his peak, or maybe he'll continue going up. But like, this is definitely like the first obstacle he's reached in his career, because now essentially he's already pulled out all of his cards. He got the Drake feature already. Before, he had the Drake picture, so everyone was like still highly anticipating, oh, is he gonna get that Drake feature this album, blah blah blah. The Uzi one he already got. Now I guess he could still do Travis Scott and like Lil Baby and Playboy Cardi, but I don't know if those are happening, or I don't know if those are gonna be as big as like a Drake feature. But this ain't an SOS moment. I mean, I don't think it's an SOS moment. I think he's chilling. Like, no matter what, he's still a top artist of this generation. I'm just saying it's definitely the first obstacle, because the expectations were so high for him to be the one. Just like how Sofego was supposed to be the one. But then the results, I don't think it was as bad as what happened to Sofego, but you know, with this project, everyone thought that he was gonna get 100K, blah blah blah, but like, he's 40 off. It's because he needs to go back to his Too Alive, Up To Me sound, Bob. Look at Ken Carson's sales. People want hype, rage type music again. That's probably true, honestly. I don't know how well concept projects do anymore, because even Kendrick Lamar just dropped one where it was about, like, you know, just the life of being a married man, or I don't even remember what it was, but there was like a domestic abuse little thing. Song. It sounded like a cool movie that you just listen to solely. But with the attention spans of people nowadays, like on TikTok, you know, just listen to 15 seconds of a song and then listening to it on Spotify just because you saw the sound and you liked that little spot in the song. That's how music runs nowadays. So where is the patience with the attention spans that are only getting shorter and shorter nowadays? Where is it going? It's going the opposite direction of concept albums, where you have to sit there and listen to the entire album to get it. Whereas Yeat built his audience on TikTok songs. I'm not calling him a TikTok rapper. I'm just saying in general, every single artist has to blow up on TikTok to be like a mega star. And he was, and is still potentially. But you can't just like switch up so drastically into going to like a concept project from being a TikTok compilation artist, you know? And yes, I see Yeat's Instagram story. Do not worry. I'll show y'all if y'all haven't seen it. Basically, he said he's gonna pull a Uzi. He said, I'm gonna drop here. I got it on my phone. I'm gonna give y'all a year of music, then I'm gonna tuck away and work on something life-changing. Here, right there. So yeah, I think he's pulling a Uzi where like in 2016, he's like, I'm gonna treat 2020 like it's 2016, where he's gonna drop 3 albums type shit, just like how Yeat did in 2021. He dropped like 3 projects, 2022 bunch, or he did Too Alive and then Life or Afterlife. So yeah, he knows what he's doing. I feel like he just waited a long time this project for 2093, and maybe it bit his ass a little bit, because his fans aren't really used to that. So just like how when Uzi waited a long time and then he started dropping on everybody's head top, everyone's like, wait, you're not rare anymore. Your aura's lost, whatever. Even though people weren't really saying aura back in that day. That's a new term. But yeah, I think I think Yeat should go back to dropping all the time. Did I react to Fantano's review of 29.3 yet? Nah, I don't know. I don't really want to react to his reaction. We all got different opinions, and I understand why he liked it, because it was much different than just fast food music. It for sure was not fast food music. It was definitely an experience, and that's what Fantano is looking for, or Fantano, or how you pronounce his name. By the way, the girl he was smashing, good for him. That's all I gotta say. I know people hate him, but hey, at least he got one facet of his life down, you know? But anyway, so yeah, he gave it an 8. Makes sense. It makes sense. I'm looking for bangers though. Not necessarily just like a concept album of like that's like vinyl music in my opinion. You put on a vinyl and like you can't really switch the album very fast. You gotta like move the fucking needle, take the vinyl off, get a new one, put it on. But nah, I'm on my phone. It's like, if it ain't keeping my attention, maybe you can call me a Gen Z or a new gen or a millennial, whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit. That's the way my ears work, you know? No, Breathe is definitely a banger though. I've continued to say that. But anyway, let's get back to Fago.